Girl, everybody is saying how Jessie Williams' ex-wife, Aryn, that's a pretty name. I like that name, is bitter and she's angry. And she said she moved him with her after knowing him for 3 months. I don't told y'all about that. And the kinfolk is saying, oh, girl, she just bitter and angry that he left her for a white woman. He don't want to pay the child support. And I'm like, yeah, she's bitter. Yeah, she's angry. And I'm bitter for her. And I'm angry for her because unfortunately, sadly, she had a husband's son and she invested so much in this man. And she just thought, once he get to the top of the mountain, he gonna pull her up there with him and keep her. No, child, soon as he get to the top of the mountain, and we was clapping, he said, I want you no more. I want you. And ladies, I can tell y'all, do not build, especially for my younger girls, because she was 22 when she met him. Especially for my younger, not only younger, because you see Stacia, she 40 and she picked up a Pookie. Well, she didn't pick him up. They matched her with the Pookie and she's staying with him. Don't do it. If the man you're dating has not arrived and he's still on his way, ma'am, that is not your man. Leave him alone. Don't date him. Move along. Depending on what you want now, okay? Because some of y'all are not looking for husbands. In The Naked Wife, on page 196 is Mr. Potential. We're going to read about what Jessie Williams' ex-wife says. We're going to read about potential. We're going to read about why you should never marry a man that is a potential. And if you are not thinking about signing up for my husband list class, you need to think about it. It's Tuesday. Good morning. I love you. Thank you for those comments on my video I did yesterday about single married mother. Okay, maybe I can come on live today because I really want us to have a conversation about it. I want to do an open forum about it. So hopefully today we can do that. But if not, I'll catch you when I can. I absolutely love you. I am wearing my Made to Be Adored t-shirt, available on the link below. Be sure to pick yours up if you do not have it. I have also turned off my YouTube membership. So I don't know if you get an alert or something, but your card should not be charged this month or next month because I turned it off because I need you, my members, my paying cousins who's been buying me coffee, to come on over to my mentoring platform, Janice Hylton Mentoring, and register over there and show me your love and your support over there. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out. Let's get into this article. So I have been lazily following the whole Jessie Williams and his ex-wife story, and I'm hurt for her. This is one sister I can say I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt for her. At 22, you think you're in love. And if you don't have a father to teach you, to tell you not to do that, you might not know not to do that. But then some women are just in love and don't care what daddy said, child. You still going to do what you're going to do. I remember him. I was working at my other job. And we was like, oh, my God. Everybody was talking about Jessie Williams. Oh, my God, he's so cute. Oh, my God, he won something. And we was like, what if he's married? So we looked them up, and he was married to, not only was he married to a Black woman, but she's the typical Black woman. She's like the everyday Black woman, not Mariah Carey Black woman, because we just knew, child, he was going to be married to Mariah Carey Black woman. And when we saw that he was married to the everyday Black woman, we was like, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Then I started reading a little bit, and I was like, oh, child, no, he gonna leave her. He gonna leave her. And before the words could hit the floor, child, he done left her. I'm gonna tell you why he left her. The same reasons I've been telling y'all all this time. Ladies, do not build a man. Do not be his mama. Don't take care of him so he can become. If he has not arrived, he's not your man. Leave him alone. And do not mention Barack and Michelle, because black folks, dusty black folks, Pick Misha black folks, Pookie Ray Ray's Tyrone, and Dust Bunny black folks, y'all act like Barack was the maintenance man and Michelle was the lawyer, and Michelle encouraged him to go get his high school diploma, go to college, and go to law school. That's how y'all act when we talk about Michelle and Barack. But was he not a lawyer? He was a lawyer. I don't care how much debt he was in. She's the lawyer, so her debt is comparable. There were two lawyers. She was not the lawyer. He was the maintenance man. That's how get a black folks act. Like Barack was the maintenance man, and she just pushed him to become. No. So don't even mention them. Okay? This is what I warn you girls about. Don't do it. Let me get my phone. Do not do it. And you gonna hear everything she said, and you gonna tell me if it's not everything I tell y'all not to do. She says, Aryn Drake Lee. She says some timeline, fun facts for the archive. My ex and I met at 22 years old on August 31st, 2003 in Brooklyn. He was living in Philly, working as a substitute teacher. I was working as a real estate broker in Brooklyn. 3 months later, he moved in with me. I bet you he couldn't afford to pay the rent. Let's move on. Now, she is Columbia educated. Okay, mamas and daddies, pray for your girls that you invest all this money educating them and they don't go pick up a potential. Okay, a substitute teacher. Anybody could be a substitute teacher. Anybody. 9 months later, in 2004, I bought my first condo. So at 22, 23, this 23-year-old bought herself a condo with her own money. Let's read. 9 months later, in 2004, I bought myself my first condo, as in just me with my money, and we moved in there. Hey, Stacia. 2 years later, in 2006, after doubling my money on the condo, I sold it to buy a 2-family house around the corner. But this time, I naively added his name to help build his credit and show him how serious I was about our plans for the future. He ain't got no job. He ain't got nowhere to live. He ain't got no credit. So you added his name to a man you are not married to help him build his credit, and for you, the woman, to show him, the man, how serious y'all is about your future. In other words, he was a dusty. You had all the money, and he needed you to show him how serious you are by investing in him. Okay. Read on, Sister Gina. In 2007, I bought a second duplex next door. I was still working as a real estate broker, and he as a legal temp and hotel server while auditioning here and there. So in other words, he wanted to be an actor, and he had to do little jobs here and there to allow him to audition. I ain't got no problem with that, but you don't need to be doing that with a woman. You need to go home to your mama. Okay? Later in 2007, we got engaged. Did you buy the engagement ring, man? Because he ain't got no money. In 2008, the banks failed and my business paused. Luckily, my properties and tenants, and we were able to live. Luckily, my properties had tenants, and we were able to live off of my accumulated credit over the years and their rent payments to buy us some time. Sound like a mama to me, right? Sound like this is your son child, and you got to do what you got to do to keep roof over your head. That's your son husband, ma'am. Okay? Read. He started to get acting jobs here and there. And by the end, and you do know the mortgage payment is due every month. You got to eat every day, right? 2008, 2009 was the market crash, right? Those of us that, you know, a lot of us was okay if you had your together, you had your savings, you okay. Uh-huh. In 2008, the bank failed and my business paused. Luckily, we had the tenants. He started to get acting jobs here and there, and by the end of 2008, the market started to open up again in real estate. Though we decided we should sell one of the houses. We decided. We didn't decide. He pushed you to sell one of the houses, ma'am. Though we decided we should sell one of the houses and move to LA to give acting a more serious chance. You see how he started playing on her emotion. Oh, you're not serious about our future. You need to add my name to the house. We need to sell one of the houses that the Negro didn't put no money in. Well, let me read on. I have 3 screenshots, but I'm just going to read this one because the time is going. The market started to move to LA to give acting a more serious chance. Being from LA, I had enough of winter and was tired of working 7 days a week. And if we were going to be able to have a family, he needed to be able to make more money and build a career. Don't you think that's something you should have thought about before you picked up that boy to take care of him, ma'am? Huh? These are the things you think about. Like, we need to have a family. So after you've invested all this time and money and energy and building his credit, then you gonna say, oh, well, he needs to. Too late. Too late. He needed to be more able to make more money and build a career. By 2009, with a couple of movies under his belt to promote himself better and the money from the sale of one of the Brooklyn houses, we took the leap of faith and moved to LA. He went first to start building relationships, and I followed that fall. It felt like the stars aligning when just a couple of weeks later, after I landed in town, he booked a serious regular job. Despite bringing many people into the roster to help manage the new business, I was essentially our unofficial manager, negotiator, and business manager. Receipt season, some light clean up. Ladies, what she just did is not something you should do for a man you're laying down with. That you do that for your son. And what did he do? After he arrived and we were celebrating him, he said, I like the little white skinny girl better. You my mama. Think, ladies. Think in Hollywood. I'm seeing a couple of faces. I ain't gonna call no name because everybody's suing everybody now. I ain't nobody trying to sue me. But think about all the wives that struggled with their husbands, and soon as they arrive, bye. You know why? Because you're dirty. You're filthy. You struggle, and they're resentful towards you. You will always be able to say you built him. You will never be able to praise him. And that's what men need. They want you to praise them, but you can't praise them because you know what you're saying? I built you. From my book, The Naked Wife. I need y'all to pick up this book. Leave a review for me. I'm almost at 200 reviews on this book, I think. But I have potential. Okay, because a lot of Black women marry potential. For some reason, in the Black community, we have this mentality of marrying a potential. Here is my question. You went to school, you built yourself up, you established yourself, and you became a prominent member of society. But you need to marry a potential? You don't think something's wrong with that? You need to get a man and help him to become. Who helped you? Who helped you to become the woman you are? Your mama, your daddy? Or you struggle like you like me. You basically, I struggled to put myself through school and I need to go pick up a potential? No, man. Potential on page 196 of The Naked Wife. She says, I'm sorry. I'm not a ride or die chick. I have struggled to get to where I am today. There is no way on God's green earth that I'm going to work my fingers to the bone to take care of a man who apparently is comfortable with me making the bacon, bringing it home, and cooking it and serve it to him before I serve my children. It has been 3 years since he lost his job. I think in 3 years, he has been on 2 job interviews. I brought home fast food application. He told me he's not doing that. Fine. I suggest he get his college education. He said no. When I come from where I come from, you do what you can do until something better comes along. You should have married a man who thought that. That's what you do. You should have married a man that says, man, I got to work at McDonald's, put some food on my table until I get me another job. I've been carrying all these bills myself for 3 years. I mean, his income wasn't much from the beginning, but at least I knew the energy bill and car payments would be made. Now I'm carrying a mortgage and all, and it pisses me off that every evening when I come home, there is a grown man in my living room playing video games. What 35-year-old man play video games all day long? Dust his pookies and Ray-Rays who have women taking care of him. Now, I will admit, here she go. I will admit, when I met him, he didn't have much and wasn't doing much. He didn't have much. He wasn't doing much. So why did you marry him and have precious little babies with him? But he had potential. Oh, that dirty, nasty word them old Black folks used like to throw around on the educated girls or the girls who have our stuff together to pick up their dirty, dusty, unaccomplished sons. But he had potential. And you know, the older folks, here she go, excuse me, always said, if you meet a man who has a little potential, then give him a chance. The problem is that 12 years later, I am still waiting for the potential to manifest itself. I've had to borrow money from my daddy trying to make ends meet. And it is frustrating that I have a grown man in the house doing nothing. I sold his truck that I was paid for to help around the house. He got mad and went to his mama's house for a month. He didn't even want to stay there. You stay over there. She called me and asked me why I hadn't come to see my husband and for me to come and get him because he wouldn't leave and was eating all of her food. I told her that she needed to let him stay over there because he was acting like a child and she was his mother. She packed him up and brought him home to my house. I keep telling y'all, leave those pookies, potentials, Leave them where you leave them at. Leave them. So yeah, she bid him. She mad. I'm bid. I'm mad for her. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. The Jasmine brand got the screenshots. I was looking for all the screenshots. I didn't get them all. There's a two other, but I'll do them separately at another time. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. All right, y'all. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think. I keep telling y'all what she did. Don't do it. We gonna use her as the poster girl for what not to do. Okay, we gonna use her. She is our poster girl for what not to do. Not to do. Don't do it. Because as women, you're thinking like your son, you struggle with your son. You worked 3 jobs, put that boy through college, he become a lawyer, basketball, whatever. He gonna buy you a big house, right? That's your son. You're supposed to do that. Women think if we do that for the men, they're going to turn around and love us and worship us. No, they resent you. They hate you. You know why? Because you will always be able to say, I built you. You ain't nothing without me. See, as mamas, we gonna clap for us. So that's my baby, and he gonna testify. My mama worked 2 jobs. Not me. I ain't working. My mama worked hard. My mama, my daddy, they work hard to put me through. He's always gonna praise his mama and his daddy because that's what he's supposed to do. But the man that you built and struggled with and was in the dungeon and in the pit digging with you, he's not going to get on national television. Maybe just one. I've only known one that has done that. He's not going to get on television and say, my wife struggled with me. My wife worked to take care of me. He's not going to do that. I've only known one man to do that. And he look like he's forcing himself to stay with her. But anyways, I know two men to have done that. Denzel is one, and there's this other one. I ain't gonna call no name. He's my wife. You know, I ain't had nothing. She worked 2 jobs to help me to go to acting and. All right, I absolutely love you. Let me know what you think, ladies. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Are y'all seeing what I'm saying? Sign up for my husband class. Go over to Janice Hylton Mentoring and sign up. I'm going to, hopefully by the October 1st, I'll post the course, and the sign up register will be for 2 weeks. And then we'll start on the 15th or the middle of the month. And there is a book. I have a book just for my mentoring program for the husband course. Ooh, you gonna love it, girl. Because I love it. I love it. I love it. And let me tell you, it is tedious. So far, I'm looking at between at least 10 weeks. I might get it up to 12 weeks. Okay? Because it's tedious. And some of that stuff, I'm like, maybe they'll need 2 weeks to complete the activity. But you know, you go at your own pace. Okay. So I absolutely love you. I adore you. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye. Talk to you later. Remember, please subscribe, share this out, and I need reviews. Please, if you've picked up any of my books, please be sure to leave me a glowing review on Amazon. Love you. Bye.